Hello YouTube, Dean Corona here again. This will be my second YouTube video. Just out walking, Charlie boy. Charlie, come on. Got myself a selfie stick for this. I'm now a selfie stick wanker. The world's falling apart. What is going on? What is going on? People are depressed. 10 PM curfew now. What's going on? For 6 months. 6 months. How can they call 6 months? How do they know? How do they know how long this virus is hanging around for? I'll tell you why. Because it ain't nothing to do with the virus. It has nothing to do with the virus at all. And people, you're starting to realise this now, aren't you? A lot of people are starting to wake up. I did say it might have to get bad for certain people to actually see what's going on and wake up. I mean, me and many others see it from the beginning. We knew this weren't about the virus. This is about bringing in a police state, authoritarian society, absolute, come on Charlie, absolute totalitarian state where we're just being fucking ruled. Oh look, they put a little bench over the field. That must be dedicated to someone, or they just, it's just a normal bench. Fucking hell, the vineries is going up in the world. It's got its first bench after 25 years. Come on Charlie. I've got a few notes here because I've got a lot to talk about, but I might have to split this into shorter videos. I'll probably edit this as well because I talk slow and I do a lot of umming and ahhing in between words and sentences. But yeah, basically 10 PM. That has fucked nightclubs and bar owners the lot. They've only just managed to get back on their feet. Like just about. A lot of bars and clubs had to shut down because of the first lockdown, and now they've had to put in all these rules and follow these guidelines and put up all these fucking things on the floor, follow the arrows, stand here, social distancing. And they've fully thought, sweet, do you know what? We've done everything we've had to do. They've told us what to do. We've done it. We're ready to open. They've opened, just like Sauce Bar in Maidstone, around the corner from us in Kent. They opened like 2 weeks ago, following all the guidelines. They've been working hard, trying to do all the social distancing measures. And then bang, this comes out of nowhere. Well, not to me out of nowhere, because I knew this was coming, but for the majority, bang, out of nowhere. Now they've got to shut 10 PM. How the fuck are businesses meant to survive? Because they can't. I mean, this is... do you still think this is about a virus? Like, do you think the government are doing all this? They're shut down the country. They're shutting down businesses. People are killing themselves. Depression's up. Everything. They're doing all this, yeah, to save a few old people from dying. Because they're the only people that are really dying from this thing. Don't get me wrong. There has been a few people, but most have comorbidities. A lot of people pass from this virus have had underlying health conditions and multiple underlying health conditions at that. And most of them have been over 60. Come on, Charlie. Charlie boy. Oh, he ain't going for... Oh, no, he's all right. Yeah, so if you took away all the deaths, from the care homes, all the people that died in care homes, if you took them away, there wouldn't be a lot of deaths left. Everyone I spoke to this week is just down. Everyone's down. I mean, this has really just fucking put a down on everyone. But I've been trying to tell people, this is the thing. Everyone's like, do as you're told, and we'll be allowed to go back to normal. And I said from the beginning, we ain't going back to normal. We need to fight this. This is criminal behaviour. This is we're living under a dictatorship. This is like we're turning into fucking communist China. Right? You've got to see how they've been living for years. I mean, I even posted the other day about what the future might hold on Facebook, and a lot of people said, oh, as if that's going to happen. And I said about it's going to be a cashless society. They're going to be keeping an eye on what you spend, where you're spending it, and everything's facial recognition now, and that ain't going away. Everything. You're going to be caught speeding, they're going to fine you, but instead of you sending the money off, they're just going to take that money out of your account automatically, and there's nothing you can do. Same with everything. I mean, I see a documentary about China about a year ago, and they was doing it out there, and this boy from Australia lives out there, and he was, I'll try and find the clip, I can stick it in here, and he got caught jaywalking. He said he crossed the road where he weren't meant to, and about 20 seconds later he got a notification up on his phone saying you violated this, that and whatever, you've been caught by facial recognition jaywalking, you've been fined X amount, but don't worry, we've took it out your account, you don't have to fill nothing out, we've done it for you. That's what this is turning out to be, and this is what the UK is going into, and people got to understand that. This has got nothing to do with the virus. This was planned. They just used the virus as the Trojan horse to bring this fucking, oh, I don't even know what to call it anymore. It is a nightmare. That's what it is. It's a fucking nightmare. There's a lot of people that see it coming. I see it coming. There's people now that still don't know what's going on. They still think this is about a virus. They're still posting every day saying, oh look, there's not been any deaths. Why are they doing this? It don't make sense. The deaths are going down. And I just keep saying to them, you got to forget about COVID now. It's not about COVID. They used that at the beginning to put everyone into fear. And now they don't even care. They're just putting these rules in, and it's getting worse, and it's going to get worse unless you stand up and fight for your freedom. I mean, this is literally like the people that have gone ahead with it are walking themselves into the gas chambers. That's what they would have been doing back in the day. This is Nazi Germany. You might think it sounds crazy. Think, nah, that'd never happen. But it's happening. It's fucking happening, I'm telling you. This has been planned, and this is going on for a lot more years. They're setting this in the next 10 years. This ain't even me fear-mongering neither. So all the people that say, oh, you're just spreading fear. I'm not spreading fear. I'm making you aware. The media are spreading fear. They're putting fear in you so you're submissive, so you comply to their rules, so you don't question authority, right? I'm giving you a heads up. Just as if I was in a burning building, I wouldn't just be running out of that building. I'd be letting other people in that building know that the building's on fire. And that's what I'm doing now. I've been reading up on this stuff for fucking years, and I never thought it would happen. Well, I did think it would happen, but not now. I thought we had another 10, 15, maybe 20 years, but it's happening. Like, I had to pinch myself the other day and say, fuck, it's actually happening. Like, people don't realise. This is why we're doing these protests. I'm not a protesting man. I'll tell you that now. I hate all that shit. I hate fucking gatherings. I'm an introvert. All of that kind of stuff. I like to keep myself to myself. I was asked to go to these stand-up protests at the beginning, and I thought they're not really a bit of me. I'm not an activist. I'm not anything like that. I'm not into all that. But now, this is fucking literally, your life depends on it. You've got to get up and fight for your freedom, because this is now or never. There's a protest Saturday. This is going to be a big one. Everyone's going to be there. It's going to be, and they will not put this on the mainstream media because they never do. It's the global reset. They've called it. They called it a few other different things. Back in the day, it was the New World Order. You think that's a conspiracy? I mean, everything used to be a conspiracy. All these conspiracies seem like they're coming true at the minute. But Charlie, this way. The New World Order. They've rephrased it. They rephrase it all the time. It's got loads of different names. The new normal, that's their softer approach that they are putting out on the mainstream. But it's a global economic reset. They're bringing in AI. Everyone's out of jobs. If your job can be replaced by AI, it will be getting replaced. So I suggest you go and find a job that robots can't do. If you're just sitting there at a computer, got an office job or work in a factory, your job's going to be gone in the next 5 to 10 years. You need to start learning a new trade, something more down to earth, like stuff with your hands, creativeness, cutting hair, doing sorts of things like that. Charlie, this way. Oh, there's another big dog over there, roaring towards us. Charlie's going to lose his arsehole. I'm not on social media at the minute. I've come off everything. Like, I haven't deactivated it. I've just deleted the apps off my phone so I don't use them. Oh, someone's got a laser pen. They're shooting that at me. Am I under attack? Yeah, and I heard sadly this morning the local woods where I walk my dog around usually, Lordswood, they found a 20-year-old body, a male, which is sad. It's horrible. This is happening everywhere. A lot of people are doing this. Charlie, come on! There's a lot of dogs around here now. I thought it'd be a good time to come over here, but... Charlie! Come on! Come here! Come on! Good boy! Come on! He's found another Jack Russell. Oh, there's two of them. He loves ignoring me. I'm going to have to edit some of this video, it's going to be way too long. Half of it's going to be me chasing my fucking dog around. Where's he at? Charlie, come on! Come on! Twat. Come on! You don't fucking listen to me. Let's go! Little shit. Matt Hancock as well, I've been listening to that little twat on talk radio. And he's arguing with data. I mean, the presenter, Julia, I forget her surname, he's spreading fear in this little interview he's doing the other day on talk radio, and he's saying cases have been doubling every 8 days. And she says, okay, I think Bristol are having bad lockdowns and the rules are strict up there. She asked how many people were in the hospital in Bristol, and he said, oh, I don't have the figures in front of me. Why wouldn't you have the figures in front of you? You're doing a radio interview. You need to be having all that in front of you. Anyway, luckily she had them in front of her, and she said, well, I've got them. It's two people are in hospital. And he's trying to argue with her and saying, oh, no, I disagree. You can't disagree with data. You cannot. The man's mad. He's power hungry. Even in Boris, they're just puppets. But they know that we're onto them. A lot of them don't give a fuck. I mean, Bill Gates and that, he's trying to push his vaccine worldwide. He does not care. He's the devil. Gates of hell. But Boris and that, they're being told what to say. You can tell Boris looks fucking haggard at the minute. They know we've got the power. They're trying to shut us down. The last protest, like they let all these BLM protests go along and all these other ones, and then we do a peaceful protest and they start attacking us with riot shields and horses. Come on, Charlie. And the mainstream won't report this. It was a peaceful protest. Peaceful protest. They didn't show none of this on the news. The last one I went to in August, there was 35,000 people there. They didn't show none of this on the news. They said hundreds of conspiracy theorists gathered at Trafalgar Square and anti-vaxxers. They call everyone, people that want freedom at the minute are called conspiracy theorists and anti-vaxxers or COVID deniers. What the fuck's a COVID denier? No one's denying anything. I had COVID. I had it in January. My missus did. We was in bed 7 days straight. Couldn't move. Bones were hurting and all sorts. It was like the worst flu I'd ever had. So it is real. I know it's real. But it's no worse than the flu. Absolutely not. No worse than the flu. It's just killing off old people, weak and vulnerable. They're making everyone wear masks now. This is just all to push a vaccine. Come on, Charlie. What are you doing now? Listen, you've got to understand this ain't going away unless you fucking stand up and fight for your freedom. I mean, this is it. If you've got young kids, you've got to think about their future. You've got to think how you want their future to be. Because this is ridiculous. My sister got a letter from the school today saying parents must wear masks picking their kids up now. The mask thing's just a joke. I'm not entertaining the mask thing anymore. I mean, how can you really think? There's so many videos out there of Fauci and all the others saying that people shouldn't be wearing masks.
There's a lot of confusion among people and misinformation surrounding face masks. Can you discuss that?
The masks are important For someone who's infected, to prevent them from infecting someone else, people should not be walking around with masks.
People shouldn't be wearing masks.
I think people see a mask and they see an illusion of protection, that if they put the mask on, it'll somehow block viruses from getting into their mouth or nose when they breathe. That's just not the case. Anyone who does not have a respiratory illness, meaning a cough or a sneezing, should not be wearing any type of mask, whether it's a surgical mask or a respirator.
Then all of a sudden, oh, forget that. Forget what we've been saying for 40, 50, 60 years about masks. They do work now, actually, all of a sudden. Yeah, they do work. Everyone wear them. Right? The reason behind it, they're prepping you for a vaccine. Nothing else. They want to take away your identity, cover your fucking mouth up so you can't smile at anyone on public transport. Everyone's miserable. You're walking around, there's no human contact, no human connection. Soon, they'll make coughing or sneezing in public illegal. I really can't believe still, I know I keep jumping from subject to subject, but this is just a random rambling. But I really can't believe they've made that rule of 6, more than 6 people is illegal. Let me get this straight. More than 6 people is illegal, right? And they've done this to keep us safe from a virus that's only killed very old and weak people that all have most have underlying health conditions, and they're all on their way out. Charlie, this way. It's getting a bit dark now, I can't see the other dogs. Charlie, come on. So they've done that for our own safety, to save people from a virus. They've made it illegal, and let's not forget the fines. They're fining you up to 10 grand for meeting up with people. Like, this is just getting more ridiculous by the day. And it actually is. We're living in a fucking film. There's lots more to come if you do not stand up now. This is your freedom. There's a lot of people out there that think I'm mad. Everything I've been saying so far has been coming true. I told ya. There's a lot of people out there still saying, well, it's just a mask, just put it on in the shop. They think as long as we do as we're told, we can go back to normal. No, because deaths have gone pretty much flattened. The curve flattened in May. Yeah, the pandemic finished in May. Right, the curve flattened. Now they've brought in more rules. Masks everywhere. No more than 6 people, illegal, or you get fined. Now 10 p.m. curfew for 6 months. That takes us up to March. This thing started in March, so that means that's a whole year of us being locked down and living under a dictatorship, and people still can't see what is going on. Wake up, people. Wake up, please. I know it's hard to believe. Oi, Charlie, you better not fucking roll in shit. If you've rolled in shit, you're walking home, you're not getting in the car. People, if you want to make a difference, you need to get to Trafalgar Square this Saturday the 26th of September 2020. We're uniting for freedom, and we are telling Boris we're going to march down to Downing Street and we're going to tell them bollocks. We're not following these lockdown rules. We're not going into curfew for a fucking virus that has killed less people than they said was going to. Like, they said millions of people were going to die. They lied about all the death certificates. They have made this thing up from the start. Honest to God, people, wake up. You need to wake up now, because this is getting worse. Do you really think after this 6 months? Do you think after this 6 months they're going to just get rid of the curfew? Oh yeah, 6 months is up now, guys. Do what you want. No. 6 months. That's a long time to be in curfew. Businesses are going to be on the ground. They're going to be flat, gone, dust. People are going to have killed themselves. There's people missing cancer treatments. It's madness. They slowly do it in little increments, because they take your freedom and then they give a little bit back each time, and you expect you to be grateful for it. Like, it's like when you're grounded. You've been grounded for, say, a week. You're not allowed out, but on the 5th day, your mum goes, oh, do you know what? You can go down the park for an hour and come back. You're so grateful for that hour. That's what they do with these curfews. The masks and everything, they make it habit. They're making you wear these masks, telling you all it's temporary. It's not temporary because they've got the machines in the airport now detecting your face whether you've got a mask on or not. They wouldn't be making them machines just temporarily, would they? God, you can hardly see me now. It's getting dark. I'll finish this up quickly. So they make these little rules up, little bits at a time. So just for this month. Do you remember the first lockdown? It was only for 2 weeks. That ended up being 3 months. Now we're going to go into a second. They're putting us on curfew. When that curfew ends, or is supposed to end, it won't end. I'm telling you now. Right? It's the habits. They're getting you into habits, getting you used to it. You're getting used to wearing a mask, getting used to being indoors by 10. The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. That is a fact. They are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. And by the time you realise you are in shackles, it'll be too late. Look out for each other. Fight for your freedom. I mean it. Be strong. Sorry, this might have been a bit windy, this video, but I didn't realise how windy it was over here. And I'll try and do it a bit earlier on in the day. I'll try and edit it. All right, but yeah, I'll get another one uploaded soon. Peace out.